Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another match reaction to two wins on the bounce. First of all, that's good because of how bad we've been recently. So, two wins on the bounce is fantastic. Do you know what's better? Do you know what's better? Two wins away from home on the bounce. Absolutely fantastic. I didn't go all the way to Bristol tonight. I think you can let me off. The guys and girls down there sung their hearts out. You could hear them from minute one. So well played to everybody that took that long old trip to Bristol today and that won't be home until the early hours of the morning. You are doing God's work. So well done, guys. Well done. Right. Did we deserve to win this game? Maybe not. Did they deserve to get anything from the game? Maybe. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Absolutely buzzing. Thank you very much, James. It could be better. It could be better. It was certainly better earlier on today, but tearing my hair out watching them put endless balls into the box has not aged well with my hair. But yeah, absolutely fantastic tonight to come away with the win. That is the main thing. Nothing else from this game matters other than the win. It's not great to see a couple of players going down injured. Bash came off injured. McAtee got an absolute clattering, but I think he'll be okay. That just looks like an impact injury. Illiman also looks like he's got just a bit of cramp, it looks like. So fingers crossed they're all okay. It's nice to see Kieran Clark back in there. Nice to see Jackie Long throw in there too. So, and Ender Stevens coming back as well. So, we've got a lot of players coming back. Hopefully, Tommy Doyle will be fine for the next game too, because we really, really need him for the next game. Norwood didn't get a booking, thank God for that. So he is going to be playing against Burnley. So yeah, we came out of this, I think, relatively unscathed, and we took 3 points away from the game. Like I said earlier, maybe we didn't deserve to win this game, but it was a gritty performance. What more can you ask from this team? Because these are not the games that we usually win. And these are the games that you need to win to get promoted to the promised land. And yeah, we're not playing too well at the moment. We didn't create a hatful of chances, but we certainly had some moments in this game where we could have made it 2 or 3-0. But saying that, Bristol City could have easily got themselves back into the game. Anyway, let's start with the first half, as that's where you usually start. For me, Bristol City were by far the better team in the first half. I actually thought a lot of what we did in the first half was really poor. Mostly, for me, in that first half, especially in the first sort of 20 minutes, all we just kept doing is just lofting the ball forward, hopefully, but hopelessly, really, because we were getting nowhere near it. It wasn't near any of our players. It was just like a kind of not punt, but a little clip over the top every time from Egan, from Basham, from Bulldog. Just the same ball every single time. And Sharp was not getting on the end of it, or Cadra, or even Ndai. None of them. None of them. And it was just a pointless ball over the top every time. And that seemed to be our only outlet. The only thing that we really created in that first half was Ndai going down the right hand side, putting a really good ball into the box, and Billy sort of flicking the ball back to where it came from. But it was a very, very difficult chance that I don't think anyone would have got on the end of. He just did well to just get onto it and headed it back where it came from. The commentators were giving him a bit of stick, saying he should have headed it in that front post, but that's where the keeper was stood. The reason why it took the keeper such a long time to grasp it was because the keeper was all the way over this side. So that's obviously why he headed it back where it came from. The keeper obviously picked it up, and we got absolutely nothing from it. Burnley tried to get in behind, and they did a fair few times early on. They tried to get in behind, but with no success. Later on in the half, they actually did. Osborne making 1 or 2 errors. It normally came down that left-hand side, but also I thought Bash was a bit off the pace. He got man of the match, but I thought, especially early on, he was a bit off the pace, getting the ball played in behind him and not reading the situation. I thought Egan was colossal tonight. I thought he was fantastic at sweeping everything up. And then he ended up going to right centre-back, which I wouldn't mind seeing Egan there, to be honest. You know what? If we had sort of, or even left centre back, if we had a big, massive central defender, I think Egan's a fantastic footballer, to be honest. I think he's got better and better and better since he came in from Brentford, because Brentford said he was a terrible footballer. That's why they got rid of him, because, or that's why we bought him, and they were happy to let him go, because they said that Egan wasn't good enough with his feet, which we know that Brentford teams like to play out from the back. And at first, Egan in the Championship, when we signed him, he barely took 2 touches of the ball, and now he's finding great passes. He's scoring goals. He's just so confident on the ball. So yeah, I just thought Egan was fantastic tonight. I thought Jackie Longthrow did well as well. With that being, I think that's his first appearance of the season, or first start of the season, should I say. But on the 26th minute, anyway, in the first half, Bash puts the ball over the crossbar after Osborne makes a little error. Ball comes into the box. Bash gets across really well and slices the ball over the bar. It could have gone anywhere. It really could. I've written down here, Kadra looks like a League One player. It has to be said. He lost the ball so much in that first half. Maybe it's because it was raining. It was skidding around a little bit. I just don't think that his awareness was very good tonight. I thought that he constantly just dilly-dallied on the ball. And Bristol City are not a team to kind of dilly-dally on the ball against, because they will get into you and they will take that ball off you, whether they have to foul you or not. And he had the ball taken off him quite a few times without a player fouling him. And I'm not saying that's the reason why he came off, but the reason why he came off was mostly because we were just getting overrun in the midfield. We were getting absolutely hammered. We were constantly in behind. We were just getting overrun left, right, and centre. So McAtee coming in, offering that kind of defensive, those defensive qualities. I'm not saying he's a great defender, but just kind of sitting back rather than Kadra being so far forward, and then getting forward when he can. And obviously, what his ball was where the goal came from. So anyway, Kadra gets brought off. McAtee comes on. I thought McAtee had a solid game when he came on. Both things that happened in this game, both of the biggest moments were involved with McAtee involved. 2 very, very good bits of play. On the 43rd minute, Andreas Weimann hits a kind of curling shot just over Wes, and it hit the top of the bar and went over the top. Bit worrying at that point. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest of strikes, to be honest. Straight down Wes's throat. I think if this was dipping under the crossbar, Wes saves this. But he didn't, because it obviously went over the bar, hit the bar, went over. 43rd minute, Alex Scott took on 3 players and nearly catches Wes out at the front post. Great run by the girl. Great run. Alex Scott. I never expected to see her playing men's football, to be honest, especially when she's just about to go on the jungle as well. So fair play, Alex Scott. Fair play. 3 players took on, nearly caught Wes out. If Wes would have let that in, though, to be fair, there would have been question marks, because at the time when I saw him kind of palm that behind, it could have gone anywhere. He could have palmed it into his own net. He was waiting for the cross, but I don't think he actually meant to shoot. I think it was meant to be a cross, but he was kind of falling away as the ball was kind of going out of play. But another good save by Wes. We go into half time. Hecky must have put a rocket up them, because yeah, they weren't good. They weren't good in this first half. We didn't really create anything, and constantly they were getting in behind us. So we needed to sort that out. And I think we did. I think the defense ended up kind of sitting even further deeper, which gave a little bit more room in front of them for us to kind of try and pick those passes. And I think we were a lot better in that second half. And then straight away, 4 minutes into the second half, a ball comes in from James McAtee after some lovely play on that right-hand side. Billy Sharp tries to flick it on. A Bristol City defender flicks it on. The other one is not marking Iliman Ndiaye. Must have lost him. They've both gone for the same ball. The guy at the front flicks it on, and Ndiaye's just at the back post, waiting, anticipating that ball, and just heads it past the goalkeeper, who comes out and makes himself big. He just has to pop it past him, and he does emphatically. emphatically loved it. Because the thing is, with Iliman Ndiaye, he's so great at everything that he does: dribbling, finishing, well, dribbling, shooting, passing. But it's these types of goals that's going to set him apart from a lot of other players that are really, really exciting. You could say Ndiaye and Kadra are a kind of similar sort of player. Obviously, Ndiaye is having a lot better season than Kadra is at this present time. But just that little head past the goalkeeper, especially when the goalkeeper's running at you like this, and he's a big goalkeeper. Every goalkeeper's big. He's running at him like this, and Ndiaye's just got that ability to, and that awareness to just like nod it straight past him. It's a goal. Okay, Bristol City fans that are watching this right now, yes, this should have been given offside. It just should have. Because when the ball's played in, Billy Sharp is offside, and whether he wins that ball or not, he is stopping the Bristol City players from just bringing it down on the chest or heading it away by just being around them and kind of pulling and dragging and trying to get up there. So, yeah, this should have been given as an offside, but you make your luck in this game. The fact that Illy just kind of peeled off and he was all on his own there. If Billy would have got a flick on this as well, that would have been offside because Illy was stood in an offside position. But the fact that it came off a Bristol City defender means no offside. Yeah, but maybe it should have been given for Billy being offside. But who cares? Anyway, after that, I thought the Blades were so much better on the ball. We just got a massive, massive new lease of life, a new lease of confidence. Just pinging the ball around, ping, 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 ping. And it was great to see. On 52, Ndiaye megs a player and then has a shot into the bottom corner, comfortably saved by the goalkeeper. But on a really wet day like it was tonight, those could go in. Those could squirm under the goalkeeper. The keeper could slip. Anything could happen. But yeah, he gets his shot away. It's gone into the bottom corner, but not enough pace on it, and the goalkeeper makes a good save. Bristol City then, literally 30 seconds later, get down the other side, get down the other end, play an absolutely fantastic ball into the box, and there's nobody there to put it away. Naki Wells is the closest man to it. I think he gets a stud on it, and it goes past everyone. I think Baldock puts it out. Then the 60th minute, Billy Sharp nearly gets in over the top. He tries to flick it past the goalkeeper, but somehow the goalkeeper gathers it. He nearly poked it past him. He really did. And I put on Twitter earlier on, Billy Sharp opens his account today. Didn't do it, did he? Just didn't do it. But yeah, it was a tough game to open your account today. It was one of those games where one team was just going to take that chance or a little bit of magic. And that was it tonight. It was a 1-goal game. Had 1 goal written all over it, even though I was absolutely bricking it for the rest of kind of like the second half, pretty much all the second half. It did feel like a 1-goal game. It really did. But they were really, really dangerous at a lot of times. Then 63rd minute, Semenyo with a fantastic effort. He swivels on the ball and he just kind of screws it wide. It's so close to that post as well. I can't believe it was that close. I can't believe it didn't hit the post. Wes was done. He was nowhere near it. It was a great effort. Lots and lots of pace on it. Very, very unlucky. Then the 68th minute was actually, if I was a Bristol City fan, I would have been absolutely just, this is the strike of the season for me from Tanner. He absolutely tans it as hard as he possibly can. He hits it the sweetest I have ever seen anyone hit a football in my life. And it comes off the outside of the post. And the funny thing about this is he hit it that sweetly and it hit the post with that much power that when it hit the post, Wes jumped out of his skin. Watch it back. Watch that back if it shows you on the highlights. When he hits this ball, it hits the post, Wes just jumps. It's like a bomb scare almost. Like he's jumping like that. It was such a sweet strike. It really was. And yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it. I loved it even more than the fact that it hit the post. I really did. But after this, a lot of kind of huffing and puffing from Bristol City. We didn't really create much else because, let's be honest, McBurney came back a little bit in the kind of last 10 minutes. And Dye was struggling, was running around, but every 2 minutes he was going down with cramp. I loved at one point, Norwood gets the ball, he's going through, and Dye's on his right hand side. He's literally hobbling. He cannot barely walk, and he goes down to the ground afterwards because Norwood can't pass in the ball because he's hobbling. There's no way he's even going to get a shot away. He might not even get to the ball. And he goes down afterwards, and Bristol City fans are booing him like he's putting it on. Did you not just see the fact that he couldn't run? Because if he was putting that on, there's no way that he would have kind of been hobbling around when he could have taken that ball on from Norwood and scored a goal. But yeah, and I put everything into this tonight. McAtee in the 96th minute pushes the ball away from Tanner, and Tanner absolutely tans him into next week. And I think the fact that McAtee goes flying, I think this is what gets him sent off. I don't think McAtee meant to go flying. It was just the sheer pace of it. And I think 6, 7, 8 years ago, or maybe even 4 or 5 years ago, I don't think this is a red card. It is reckless under the rule book, but it's a strong tackle. He's missed the ball. He's not gone to harm the man. It's just a very, very strong tackle that in this day and age, you just can't do. You just can't. And that kind of ended their goal threat for me in the 96th minute. I know there was only a few minutes left. We had to add on a couple more minutes after that. So I kind of took it to the 99th, the 100th minute. But yeah, after that, we didn't really see much else from them. Like I said, kind of between the 70th minute and the 96th minute, it was squeaky bum time for a lot of that. We defended really well. Yeah, I just don't think they really posed us too many threats, to be honest. But they were certainly more on the ascendancy than we were for most of the game. So I do feel like it is a little bit of a smash and grab. But to be fair, we did what everybody does coming to Bramall Lane, go down injured. Whether you're injured or not, go down injured. Head a ball away, somebody follows through a tiny little bit, go down, win a free kick, buy some time, or not buy some time, waste some time. I thought it was very good game management from the lads. I really do. Norwood, don't know how he didn't manage to get booked, like I said earlier. I thought Alex Scott, he was fantastic. I think he was really, really good, and he's going places. He really is. He nearly scored in that second half as well with a strike that just went kind of over the angle of the crossbar and the post. But yeah, all in all, I'm very, very happy about that game. The Blades, did we deserve to win it? Let us know in the comments. I think we just about, well, we deserved a draw at least. I thought we defended really well. Obviously, we put a chance away when we could take it. But yeah, it was definitely one of those that we will take. We will take 1-0, no problem. And in my prediction video, watch it after this if you don't believe me. My prediction video with Ole, I said 1-0 to the Blades. We'll nick it somehow. And we nicked it somehow. Absolutely buzzing about that. Matt Smith, let's be right, that was garbage. Snatch and grab. Yeah, kind of just said that as well. Kind of just said that. Anyone knows what's up with Doyle? It did look, well, from what I've heard, I think it's a hamstring injury, but it's literally just a precaution. Apparently, it's just a precaution, but we've heard that before, haven't we? So hopefully Doyle's playing against Burnley at the weekend. Fingers crossed for that one. Ugly win. And that was one ugly game, but who cares? 3 points. Exactly. Especially when it's tanning it down with rain all the way through the game, because you could see from it, well, I saw from a distance, that's not raining. It's not raining at all. But when the camera's going closely, it threw it down the whole way through. And if you've ever played football, I don't care whether you're a striker, a defender, a goalkeeper, a midfielder, nobody likes to play in rain like that. As a defender, you don't mind smashing in with a challenge and skidding for miles like Jackie Longthrow did going through one of their players. But let's be honest, defenders don't even want to play in that. It's horrible. And those games are never going to be thrillers. They're never going to be 4-3 with loads of expansive football being played. They're just not, are they? So yeah, great win, Blades, over my wife's team. Fantastic, Chris. I love that. I hope you can rub it in a little bit there. You made it back from Bristol quickly. Yeah, I'm working all this week. There's no chance I am going to work all the way to Castleford on about an hour's worth of sleep. Can't happen. Results matter. Results matters. Performance plays a close second. Yep, you're right. I'd always rather have the result than the performance. Kadra didn't work again today. Unfortunate for him because I felt it's the way we play. He just doesn't fit the side. I think you're right, Noah. I think you're right, mate. I did put a tweet out earlier where I thought that Hecky's game management maybe wasn't fantastic tonight. I think we've got a bit lucky with putting that goal in the back of the net because Kadra, he was perfect for this game to be brought on with 20 minutes to go, 30 minutes to go to run at their defense, especially when the ball's skidding through and you're either running or trying to get on the end of a ball that defenders have been kind of chasing for 60, 70 minutes. And I think the fact that if we'd have gone 1-0 down instead of 1-0 up, we've only got McBurney to bring on. Everybody else on the bench is a defender. I think after that, everybody was a defender. So yeah, it wasn't the best kind of tactical master plan, but after we got the goal, I do think it was a bit more tactical, where we dropped men back, and we just kind of just almost created a wall in front of them that they just could not penetrate at all. Yeah, Egan man of the match, not Bash. Completely agree, John. Completely agree. I don't know why Bash got it. I only really remember him doing one really, really good thing, and that was clearing that ball over the bar. I think that Egan was fantastic. Great tackle from Robinson on the touchline near the end. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. We were poor tonight in terms of fluent football, but if you got the bottle to win ugly, you get promoted. Absolutely. And you know what? A lot of these players, I don't feel like they've got that in them. And they clearly have. They clearly have tonight, especially. But we do need to remember that Bristol City are kind of bottom half of the table. So, yeah, it's a great win. But at the same time, Bristol City are used to kind of losing these close games. So, yeah, it's good to see the Blades be on the other end. Kadra withdrawal was tactical, but also lost possession 5 times in 30 minutes. I don't think he was very good tonight. I really, really don't, Jimmy. I don't. I thought he was poor on the ball all the time. I don't remember him doing one thing good. I think he won a corner at one point, which I thought he's done well there. But other than that, he just gave the ball away all the time. Kadri will be wanting to return to Brighton in January. Yeah, I don't think we are the right team for him. When we signed him, I thought that he may have been used in a different way. I thought he'd be used as an attacking midfielder like he did tonight. It just doesn't seem to be. I don't know whether we've not got the players that kind of bring out the best in him, or whether he's just not playing too well, to be honest. Tanner, disgusting tackle. I did mention that earlier. But I do think years and years and years ago, you get away with that. You really would. McBurney should start over Billy. I don't think that was the case tonight. I think the fact that McBurney's carrying this hernia means that's the reason why he doesn't play tonight. I don't think McBurney can play 2 games in a week, or play 90 minutes in 2 games in a week anyway, because of said hernia. So when we've finished for the World Cup, he will be getting that surgery, and hopefully comes back just as good as what he has been recently. I'm just wondering what sort of side we can Hecky can put out on Saturday after a rough game tonight. Well, we will see, Andrew, won't we, mate? We will see. It's not far away, and this is what I love about football. They come in thick and fast, these games. And yeah, after 2 wins on the bounce, what more can you say? Like, bring on Burnley. Bring on Burnley. We are 3 points behind them on the same games. If we beat Burnley, we go top, I believe. I don't think there are too many goals in front of us. So if we beat Burnley, I believe we go top. We are 3rd, 1 place behind Blackburn. I think 1 point behind with a game in hand. So we are in a fantastic place right now. Dale, excellent 3 points. Burnley, massive now on Saturday. Absolutely. There we go. And we're going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please leave a like on this video before you go. It really, really helps the video out so much, helps reach more people, get us more traction, get more views to the channel, get Sheffield United across the world. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you very, very soon for the prediction video and the match preview and the match reaction. See you next time, guys.